Okay, well, welcome everybody to the virtual on Wednesday, the 9th of September. I will start straight away. So, any apologies for that?
Yes, Chairman, we received apologies from councillors David Brackenbury, Roger Blitherow and Glenville Green-Smith.
Chairman, I'm all for feedback.
Yes. So, minutes, item 2, the minutes of the meeting held on the 6th of July. Everybody content they're true record?
Yes.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. Right. Item 3, any declarations of interest? I'll take that as a no. Right. Item number 4, questions from members on the procedural 10.3. Penny.
None, Chairman.
Okay, item 5 then, ICT development policy, the paper, and over to Kelvin. Motion.
Yeah. Thank you, Chairman. Yeah, before you today is to seek authorisation for the funding required to deliver the replacement of the data storage service. We'll give apology. We have tried to de-organise the report from an ICT perspective. Of course, there might still be some technical bits there that if you don't understand, Rob's on the call to answer any questions about that later. Basically, the server is going to reach what's called end of life on the 31st of December. And we were only notified about this at the end of July following an inspection, and that was slightly earlier than we had envisaged we would need to replace this server. What that means is that we're unable to actually take out maintenance contracts on the server unless the current one is replaced or upgraded. The current maintenance contract expires on the 30th of September, which is why we need approval now rather than at the next finance and performance meeting in early October. The risk of not having a maintenance contract is far too great. We could keep carrying on and everything might be okay, but the server that we're talking about currently holds what are known as all the shared drives, which is where basically we keep all our working day-to-day documents, whether they be Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, reports, etc. So if anything were to go wrong with the shared drives and we couldn't fix it ourselves, we would have a huge problem, as all these drives are obviously critical to the day-to-day running and business of the council. So what Rob and the ICT team have done is they've looked at the various purchase options available, and what we're doing today is recommending a solution that is actually half the cost of a replacement server and will also save on maintenance costs in the future as well. Also, it does realign with the infrastructure being developed for the new authority. I'll draw your attention to paragraph 4.1 of the report, where reference is made there to the Technical Design Authority. The original meeting of the Design Authority to consider this was cancelled a couple of weeks ago, which is why we put in that there's been no objections to the proposal, because we circulated the report to all the members of that meeting. We didn't have any objections, but just to bring you up to date, I'm pleased to report that that meeting was rearranged for Monday of this week, 2 days ago, where Rob presented the report. So the Technical Design Authority there gave full approval that it would tie in with the Future Northants programme. So the request to members today is for the releasing of £45,000 of capital for these one-off capital costs to make the necessary purchase. The medium-term financial strategy, which the council approved back in March, approved an allocation of £125,000 in the development pool for ICT capital projects. That's since been supplemented by a carryover from the previous financial year of just over £77,000, which was approved by Policy and Resources Committee at their meeting in July. So of that total allocation of just over 200,000, you've already allocated nearly 40,000 when we replaced the ICT network provision contract. So from a balance of just over 160,000, we're looking now to earmark this 45,000 so that we can replace this server. So if approved today, We've got an order ready to be sent off, and then ICT will have best part of 3 weeks to get everything in place before the end of the month, which Rob's assured me should be enough time to do that, so that we can then get the maintenance contract sorted from 1st of October onwards. So in summary, this was in the programme to be replaced originally, but because of this inspection by the supplier back in July, we're having just to do it and bring it forward a few months earlier than we'd originally envisaged. And that's probably all I need to say by introduction, Chair.
Thank you for that. I think that's more the introduction. I think that's the report. Members, and please, you don't need to drag this out. So any particular comments from anybody? Yes, Councillor Lewis. Okay, so yes, you're on mute.
I've done the old trick, yes.
Yes.
Fell into it myself. Sorry about that. Yes, I'm very pleased to see the de-jargonising and minimal use of acronyms in this report. I think one of the keys in 2.2 on resilience, you know, that is compatible with the council going forward in Unit 3, and of course 4.1 is the same thing, which is very, very good to see. I can't really comment on price because that does seem to be a good price as well. And I don't really think option 1, you know, is a central option. I think something has to be done. So I would be in favour of it, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Deputy Leader, any comments?
Yeah, I would make that such a short time scale, we should get this and give him the afternoon to get on with it rather than have to start tomorrow morning.
Yes, unfortunately, I caught the end of that, David, but I sense it's not a serious comment. The only issue, and it's not question, it's not an issue about this. I understand there's some major changes coming up in relation to what the Future Northants programme are going to do in relation to migrating everybody over to 365. Yeah. And I know they're starting that now in October, and I know they're starting with Kettering Borough Council. There must be some kind of impact on shared drives and servers and so forth. Not that I would have any response, but if you might want to comment on any impact.
Rob, do you want to take that?
So basically, there won't be any impact at all on what moving across the shared drives. I've been told by the likes of Ian, who's actually doing the work, that it'd be all done in the background. So any other work streams which are taking place at the moment, there won't be any impact at all. Also from the TDA, they've mentioned that the actual overall file transfer will not take place for another 18 to 24 months anyway. So it's a good solution put in place, and it will actually help them moving forward. So currently work streams which we have in place will not be impacted with the data migration. It will work in the background.
Yeah, it's do you know this long-term solution, and hopefully I'm not going too far off the agenda and I move to recommendation, Rob, but do you know future proofing, are they looking to go in the same direction in relation to cloud and off-site rather than having actual servers? I mean, is this going to be redundant after a few months of investment by us, or you said it for a few years?
It'd be a couple of years, because you need this equipment to actually support the cloud-based solution. Because some of it will need to be there. We will need backups. We need servers on site for service to talk to servers in the cloud. And this was discussed on Monday, and this will be beneficial for Future Northants moving forward, going into the cloud.
I think the other point from a business continuity place, when we were having problem with the internet and networks at some particular point, we were going to move to everything being off-site. I take it this wasn't part of that migration to take everything out of the building as all off-site. It was always envisaged that some of it would remain.
Unfortunately, that was prior to my time, so that's my understanding. That I honestly don't know the answer to that question. If everything was going to be moved across to Farnborough and someone's going to be left on site, I wasn't part of that project.
No, that's fair. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And obviously, I'm aware you weren't there then. So, okay. Well, that's my only other comments. So, if nobody else has got anything to add, then obviously 14.1 on page 11 there. You got the recommendations. Everybody happy?
Yes, I'm happy, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, all in favour then, as we're doing a public meeting? Okay, well, that's the only item. So I'll bring the live meeting to a close. Could David, Glenn and David stay on behind afterwards when we go back into private session? And we'll leave it on first, okay? So I'll bring the meeting to a close if everybody's happy.
Thank you, Chair.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you very much.